Are you sure?
Yep.
You don't want to just get the gold one first, so then we can just go through and get all of the, have all the colored, then go through and get all the
So we
colorless?
actually can't get the gold one just yet. We have to get 10 relics before we can get the gold one. So.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Hey everyone, welcome back to games we played too many times. I'm Charles.
I'm Dino Man.
Dino Man?
Whoa. Yeah.
Is Charles Dino Man a thing?
Nope.
We're playing Crash 3. Every time I want someone to say in charge, but no one ever does, and it's so disappointing.
You want it? I'm Charles, and I'm in charge.
Yeah.
But let's just record the audio, and you can go back and just splice over.
I'm gonna use the
me.
audio you just said. Hey everyone, welcome back to games we played too many times. I'm Charles.
And I'm in charge. You sneaky beast.
Perfect. Yes. The one where you didn't even say it with like the right intonation. Like, you want somebody to say in charge, like as a question? It's gonna be perfect.
Awesome.
It's gonna be like something about potatoes.
Glad I could help.
Perfect. So this is we're getting a colorless gem by using a colored gem. Right?
Yep.
That's what we're doing.
That's what we're doing.
Is he not gonna come down?
Nope, not here.
Do we not need the boxes?
Nope, we already got that gem.
Oh.
This is literally just a color gem path.
I'm so confused. Anyway, speaking of Zelda, for the past like weeks, by the time this video comes out, this particular one, I'm assuming that Nintendo has already announced the NX and more details about Zelda, Breath of the Wild. I'm fairly confident, and by fairly, I mean they should do it by the end of September, and I think this video is coming out in the middle of September.
Cool.
Yeah.
Future Chris is pretty confident.
No. Past Chris is pretty confident. Future Chris will make fun of past Chris for being wrong. Or he'll like throw up a picture of what the NX looks like now, and we'll be like, ooh, it's so there.
You're gonna throw up a picture of like a 1980 VR headset or something.
It's gonna be the Virtual Boy.
That's exactly what I was thinking about, but I didn't want to say it.
You don't want to bring up Nintendo failures while talking about prospective Nintendo failures?
Correct.
Wow. The geysers kill you? This running thing makes things really complicated.
Yeah, everything kills you.
Well, we were talking about Nintendo, and we were talking about Zelda. How confident do you feel in your skills for Zelda? Like Legend of Zelda.
Oh, the original Zelda?
Yeah, I've already signed you up. You're the one that's playing it for games we played too many times.
So, I'm setting you up for disappointment because we are currently playing.
That's what I look for in all of my conversations. Minimal expectations.
I thought you were gonna say in all of your friends, you just expect disappointment.
That would have been more mean.
I'm glad you didn't go there.
I don't speak to the accuracy of the statement.
I'm setting you up for disappointment because we are currently playing the game that I've played like the most. So you're seeing and you're hearing how much knowledge I have of this game. And it's, the exact order that we're supposed to do stuff in.
You're entering time trial. I would like to let you know that that's okay.
Okay.
Have you seen us play Banjo?
Yes.
Either of them?
Yes. I haven't watched all of Tui, but I watched all of Kazooie.
That's totally fine. Tui's only like 4 episodes in, so it's whatever. Kazooie, I feel like both of us had a better grasp on. But there were times where we were just like, wait, what are we doing real quick? And we had to like stop and think. That's definitely happening more in Tui. And we didn't really know that much weird facts about Kazooie.
Okay.
I definitely looked up a bunch of them while playing. So I'm not afraid to do that during
Legend of Zelda?
Zelda 1. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's totally fine. And then you're definitely confident in your ability to play Zelda 2, right?
Oh, no. I hope you're joking.
I am. I don't think anybody's confident in their ability to play Zelda 2. That game's a disaster.
So when I forget when it was. It's been multiple times in my life, but
that you've tried playing Zelda 2.
Yeah, like I want to say every 3 or 4 years, I get this weird burst of confidence, like this self-confidence, and I don't know where it originates from. But I think to myself, you know what? This is the year. This is the year that I'm going to beat Zelda 2. And every time I get maybe... I'll be generous with myself and say I get 45 minutes into the game. And I'm like...
That's a multi-hour game if you don't know exactly what you're doing.
Yes. I get about 45 minutes into that game, and I say, fuck this. I can't do this.
Damn. Do you get to Death Mountain? That's where I get in my capacity to play the game, and then I'm just like, this is impossible.
Yes.
And I just leave. I don't even get to the parts after where you just have to know things. Like, it's from that era of games where you're supposed to explore all the time for everything.
Right.
And so they don't outright tell you things so that the game lasts longer. Like, or the way they tell you is incredibly cryptic.
Yes.
Like, I'm gonna take the example that Egoraptor uses in his Castlevania sequelitis. I think he specifically mentions this one, but one of the hints is that I don't think they even mention that you need the gem, but they just say, bang your head on Deborah Cliff or something like that. It's insane. And there's no names of places. Right? They don't come up like that. They don't have like, welcome to Deborah Cliff. And what happens is when you have the red gem, you're supposed to go to Deborah Cliff. You're supposed to know what Deborah Cliff is. You go there and you kneel in front of it for something like 10 seconds. And then a whirlwind appears and you have to let the whirlwind absorb you. Like suck you up so that you can go to the next place. This would be a good time to take out the cannon. Or not, that's totally fine.
I can do this.
Yeah, but like, what? Why? How? And it brings you to this separate area of the map that you can't access otherwise. It's through the cliff, so you've never even seen it. You don't know it exists. Nothing.
Yeah.
And it's from that era of game design. And those are the minds that built Zelda 2.
And this is why I keep, every couple of years, I think I can do it. I am finally smart enough. I'm finally patient enough. And then...
But those things don't matter.
No. And that's what ultimately happens. Oh, okay.
It's okay, that checkpoint counts, right? It's the most recent checkpoint?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Oh, that's something I can talk about for a couple seconds. Mario Maker, right? Do you have Mario Maker?
I don't actually.
It's one of those things where I can't convince myself to buy it, but it looks like I would definitely enjoy it.
Oh, I 100% would. Mm-hmm. What were you gonna say about it?
Oh, one of the only patch added checkpoints because it was something that was sorely needed because a lot of the levels weren't difficult per se in terms of execution. They like you could make a level that was moderately difficult, but if a person died once, they would go back to the beginning. So that became what determined the difficulty is more the length and just possibility of screwing up.
Sure.
So they added checkpoints. And they also added keys, but coins for keys. So you can collect a certain number of coins and you get a key to go through the door. So it's kind of makes people explore the level you made a bit more, or like get to certain areas, make sure they don't screw up, things like that. But the way it works with checkpoints is that it only, when you get a checkpoint, it saves exactly how things are. So the number of key coins you've collected saves. But if you collect all of the coins and get the key, it saves you with 0 coins.
Okay.
So you have to collect all of the coins again. And sometimes, because of the way they have you beat the game before uploading it, you have to beat it from every checkpoint. So you have to be able to go back and get all of the coins again. So it's not game breaking.
Right.
It's just super frustrating if you get all the way to the door and then die because there's an enemy in front of the door, or like you miss a jump and you can't get in. And also if you have a checkpoint, and then you have a series of challenges with multiple coins at the end of each challenge. And then if you die, you have to go back to the checkpoint and start the challenges all over again. Something that the community has come up with. Nothing Nintendo... wow, that was really weird. Got hit by like some back burner on there. But something the community came up with is that if you have a challenge-based level and you loop people back to the beginning of the challenge area and then have them move forward and select new challenges, and then at the end of the challenge loop them back to the beginning, when you can have more than one checkpoint in a level, and when you hit a new checkpoint, the old checkpoint becomes hittable again.
Okay.
So if you have a checkpoint at the end of the challenge, or like you could do it even at the end of every challenge or something, and then loop back to the beginning. But what I'm saying is like you have a checkpoint in between the challenge and the beginning of the area, and then you have one at the beginning of the area again. You can save at the first area with all of the coins you've collected.
Okay, so there's no more getting like stuck.
Yeah, well, I mean, people still have to do it.
Right, but
it's because it's not part of the game itself. It's something that you have to build into it.
But there's been this social contract amongst Mario Maker players and level builders.
Amongst me and the videos that I watch, not necessarily the people who make the levels on the videos that I watch.
Okay.
But it's a known entity, I feel, in the community now at this point. I could be totally off base, but I'm disappointed whenever people don't, so I assume it is.
Gotcha.
I want it, therefore it is correct.
So you've declared right now an open invitation for the rest of the Mario Maker community.
Now I have a video, and once it goes up, whenever somebody has a level that doesn't abide by this rule, I will link to the timestamp on this video and say, like, guys, it's in the rules now. You have to do this. You can't keep making these levels that frustrate people to no end for no good reason. I mean, who do you think you are, Kaizo?
That's another reference I don't think I get.
Kaizo's not a person, per se. Do you know what Kaizo is? Kaizo Mario? If I just say Kaizo, do you know what I'm talking about? Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god! That was so close. So close. Okay, so Kaizo, I'm assuming you said no.
Yeah, I said no.
It was originally a ROM hack for Mario World, I believe. Maybe there was just an original one, but Kaizo is it's a word in Japanese that means something that I completely forget that Andrew's watching and he's gonna ding me on. So let me just Google real quick. What does Kaizo mean? I think it means something like work. Rebuilt. There we go. And it's referring to the ROM hack. They rebuilt Mario.
Okay.
And so one of the most famous ones is Kaizo Mario World. And the thing is, it's really difficult and requires insanely specific knowledge of the level and really specific knowledge of the mechanics of just the game. So it's masterclass gameplay of Mario.
Okay.
And so if you talk about something being Kaizo, it's like a Kaizo level. It's the whole point is the difficulty.
Okay.
And it requires really specific tricks.
Gotcha.
Like in Mario World, one of the things people don't know that you can do is, I don't know if this is specifically a Kaizo trick, but in Mario World, if you're holding an item, you can throw it up, and then if you spin into it while holding the grab button, then you can grab it while spin jumping, and then you can continue spin jumping, which lets you bounce off of things. So you can take items to places where you wouldn't initially expect to be able to take them.
Okay. And that gives you little advantages?
Yeah, because then you can, in a Kaizo level, they would just expect you to do that. Like, you would need to bring the item to some area that you would initially, on a casual play, be like, this is impossible.
Right.
Kaizo presents you with a ton of moments where you look at it, and if you're a casual player, you say, this is technically impossible, but it's not. It just requires really specific knowledge. Another thing is, shell jumping is one of the most well-known things, where you take a shell and you're running at a wall and you throw the shell at the wall so that it bounces off and jumps back, and you jump off the wall as the shell as it's bouncing back at you to gain extra height. So you like double jump with shells. What are you? Kex.
Yep.
the Kexo?
I was pronouncing it
the Keko?
I was pronouncing it checks. I was
checks. Like you're checking off each relic?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
It was.
Why are these things changing color?
What?
Nothing else has. There are purple crystals in the level. There's colorless or colored crystals in the level, and now they're blue, and when you collect it, they're gold.
Ooh.
Also, the hole in the middle is more full, or maybe it's more colorful. It's hard to tell. I think it's more saturated.
So, this is just, I did too good a job on this level. So there's multiple types of relics, just like
well then.
Can I,
Mr. I've just got the strats in front of me, and I know how to play games and go real fast. Yeah, what were you saying?
I'm gonna date this episode a little bit.
Sure. It's August 18th.
Yeah, we are. Thank you.
As dated as possible.
Thank you for literally dating the recording.
You're welcome.
The Olympics are going on. And
oh yeah, because they're almost over, so it would definitely date it.
Right. So the Olympics are still happening. I was going to make a comparison that the relics are kind of like Olympic medals, in that there's instead of bronze, silver, and gold, you've got sapphire, gold, and platinum, and it's just an indication of how fast you complete the time trial.
So you didn't do really good. You just did.
I did
really
good enough to get a gold instead of the sapphire.
You did well.
Yes.
Not well enough, but you did well, which is better than well enough. But you didn't do perfect.
Correct.
Got it. So you're going pretty fast. There aren't any. I haven't seen any time reduction boxes in this one. I noticed that in the last one.
I've hit a couple.
Oh. If you died, you. Oh no, you had a thing. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
It's okay. Also, it'll be good enough to get the.
Just up and over.
It'll be good enough to get the.
Oh my God! Please don't die.
Sapphire.
Please be safe. Please be safe. How are you like boosting so far forward? Was that worth it?
Yep.
The second and a half you spent getting the 2-second box.
Yeah. Totally worth it.
That's a speedrun strats for you. Do something ridiculously difficult and complicated so that you can save frames worth of time.
So that's plenty good enough for Sapphire, at least. So what it does is it tells you the time you have to get to earn the Sapphire, and then once you get the Sapphire, it then updates the time required to tell you what you need for gold, and then I think it tells you what you need to get platinum, or that might actually just be a hidden developer thing. Let me check.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so now I would have to do 12 seconds better.
The gold time. Wait, if you go back to the first level, does it tell you the platinum time? I don't think it does.
Nope, so it's hidden. There is platinum. Okay. It's not exposed. Sometimes you just do super well, and you earn a platinum. You're like, oh my God, I had no idea there were such things as platinum relics. Right. Does it count towards percentage at all? No. You can get the full 105% with just Sapphire. Okay, that's good. Yeah. I think. So now you're actually going to hold down the button the whole time, right? Yes. On purpose. Okay, don't actually quote me on that. We'll see when we get to the end if I have to go back and get golds. I don't 100% remember. I feel like it should be a Sapphire thing, and then the golds are more for, because they give you multiple times, and you can put in your initials, so it feels like it's more of like a self-improvement competitive type of thing. Yeah. Rather than necessary for unlockables. I think that's true. But I haven't played this game, so who knows? I believe that's true. I've only gotten the full completion maybe twice 105%. Ever. So I don't actually remember for sure. Right. They actually just recently, and by the time this video comes out, not at all recently, it's like a month and a half ago, they played Crash, it might have been Crash 1, on The Completionist. Oh, really? So he reviewed Crash of some iteration. I didn't watch it because I was busy, so I don't know. I need to get ahead of my videos. I really do. So I can play more Overwatch, and so I can
Like, I've completely missed summer games. I haven't gotten a single loot box, and so I have zero summer game stuff. I looked at them and I was like, those are cool, and then I just didn't play.
You and I played
my bad.
like 2 games one night.
Right, we played Lucio Ball.
We were terrible.
Just completely awful.
And
Somebody quit on us.
I know.
With seconds left in the match, we were that bad.
Didn't the other team yell at us for being bad too? Like,
No, it was all him.
oh, was it?
Yeah, it was all that one guy just berated at us the entire time for being awful.
And we're not we're not that bad. Like, we played Rocket League too, and we're not that bad. I think
Well,
for our very first.
Speak for yourself.
Oh,
I am awful at Rocket League. It requires a very specific state of mind for me to control that machine, and I don't play enough to know how to be in that state of mind on purpose.
gotcha. So
Does that make sense?
Are we still in the middle of a discussion? I know we go on like 100 tangents per episode, but I have a topic that I would like to talk about.
Sure.
As long as we're not like forgetting something really important that we were discussing.
I'm sure we are, and that's part of the charm, right?
Okay.
Totally.
So we are now, by the time, okay, we said it's August, so we are,
This video is coming out in September.
so when this video comes out, there will probably have been a couple more games released, but we're about 3/4 of the way through the year, and we've seen a lot of games come out. Do you have any contenders for a game of the year? Or a top 3 or a top 5 or however you could possibly cut it down? Are you prepared to rate anything yet?
No, and here's why. It's difficult because most of the games I play are on a delay.
Okay.
Like, I played The Witcher this year, and I realized that this year that it came out like late 2014.
Yes.
I didn't play it until 2016.
Okay.
And so Witcher 3 might be my game of the year for 2016, even though it came out in 2014. Like, it's in my top 5. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, that's actually a really fair point.
And so, like, Stardew Valley is one of the only games I played from this year.
Okay.
Dark Souls 3 is from this year. Overwatch is from this year. So I think those are my top 3 because they're the only games I played that were released in 2016.
That's actually fair enough.
So if I had to rank those, I would say probably, well, how am I ranking them? In quality of the game itself, or in like my enjoyment of it?
So I think game of the year, when like most of the, so I listen to gaming podcasts and I read gaming news. Gaming is pretty much my life in terms of things that I care about on the internet.
Me too, for the most part.
So most of the people I know who rate game of the year do it as a holistic score. So it is everything that you said. It is enjoyment. It is quality. It is polish. It is everything altogether. What game? I guess what game do you think like deserves a high five, a pat on the back for being like just the best game this year?
Right, and what makes it more difficult is that I'm ranking Dark Souls 3 against Stardew Valley against Overwatch.
Yep.
So there's no real, like, you're getting completely different things out of them.
Right.
Then I'm gonna go with just how much I've enjoyed playing it.
Okay.
And how satisfied I am with the experience and the cost. We were talking about the cost of gaming earlier, which is part of the reason that those are the only 3 I have in my list. I would say Stardew Valley is number 1, Dark Souls 3 is number 2, and Overwatch is number 3.
Okay.
Which, I mean, we're literally taking my top 3 games as the only games, because they're the only games I've played, and I like all of them. That's why I have them, you know? Like, the prerequisite for me getting these games is I knew I was going to enjoy them.
Right. So yeah, I guess that's the difference, is we are not game critics. We do not do this professionally, and everybody else that I listen to has literally played every game that's come out this year, so they have the ability to compare a lot more. I was just kind of curious where, because the conversation so far this year has been, this is going to be a hard year to judge, because, and every year, I think they say that every year.
Oh, I played Doom. Sorry, go on. Doom, I think, I don't know. It definitely rates above Overwatch.
Do you want to take a sneak peek down here?
What is this? What do you mean down? It looks like you're going up, son. Never mind. I take it back. I take it back so fast, so hard. Is this the room they were in during the credits?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Wait, what are they building back there?
Little, all the characters, all the enemies for all the other levels. So you see.
Oh, okay. So they're robots.
That one's a robot. Some of them get turned into.
Well, I mean, they're all robots on the left. I'm saying they get skinned as enemies.
Yes.
They're all robots.
So that's how they can keep regenerating them every time you re-enter the level, I think is how they're supposed to justify some sort of narrative to this game.
Okay.
So yeah, there's the secret couple of levels. 26 is its own standalone level. So is 28. So is 30.
What do you mean it's its own standalone level?
So 27 here is, you see we already have the crystal and a gem. So it is it corresponds with level 7, and you see the gold gem there that we haven't gotten. So this is how we're gonna get the gold gem once we have 5 more relics to enter this level. And then 29 here corresponds, I believe, to level 19, and it's a secret entrance into the level. So you have to do this level. There's a gem at the end of it. Then it puts you at the beginning of level 19. You have to play all the way through 19 again to get all the boxes.
That is super complicated.
Yep.
So, do we have oh, okay, that's just a sneak peek. I think we're going to Realm 2 now, right?
Yes, we're gonna get 5 more relics, and then I want to finish off the color gems and go down to level 27 is kind of my goal now.
Don't go in yet. This is gonna be the next time.
Okay.
Do you remember what you were gonna say? Something about critics and stuff and
more Game of the Year discussion.
Games and Game of the Year. Game of the Year. Doom.